There's a good one. Eat it. Get him. That's a good one. That is a good one. That's what we're probably after. There comes one. Eat it. Doesn't look real big. Get him. Not bad. My camera's probably foggy because we just... Oh, there's another big one down there. Not a big one. But I wanted to get in here and get fishing as soon as possible. We are at my favorite spot to bluegill fish ever. It is this massive fish crib in the middle of a lake. We'll probably be the only people out here today because the roads getting out here were awful. It was supposed to not snow today. And I would say we're on the verge of blizzards because we've got quite a bit of wind, like a ton of wind, so there's a lot of drifting. And there's a fair amount of snow that's still falling. So roads were terrible to get out here for, but that should benefit us. There shouldn't be a whole lot of people, I would assume, that would even want to come out in this kind of weather. So, and all the snow definitely helps us because we're able to pack in here. And the wind doesn't bother nearly as much. So that's great too. But that's a good start. There's much bigger ones here. The goal today would be a 10. Last time we came out here, we didn't catch any 10s. Caught a couple 9s. So I think a couple 9.5s actually. So we're hoping for something bigger than that. But the goal would be for sure a 10. So let's see what happens. Get after it. There's a good one. Eat it. Get him. That's a good one. That is a good one. That's what we're probably after. As long as it's not a bass. Oh, it is a bass. Man. Ah, shoot. I thought that was the bluegill we were after. Nice looking little bass. Pretty healthy, a little skinny, but there's plenty of bait for him to eat in here, that's for sure. There, oh, alright, there we go. Man, I saw that coming in and I thought for sure that was going to be our 9+. Oh, got one. Little guy. Yeah, it's a little bit too big to put on a tip up. Nice looking little fish though. Oh, there's a bunch that came in. Those aren't big, but they're much bigger than the one we just caught. School of them. Probably guess 6 inchers. Little guy. Not what we're after. Oh, he could probably be put on a tip up. Is it still snowing out badly? In summer, he would definitely, if we can catch one just a tiny bit smaller. Bass would probably still eat him, but get him. Oh my. That might be the one. We're going to go put out a tip up and put this guy on him. See if we can't end up catching a bass possibly too. I switched to a bigger tungsten and instantly getting more fish coming in. So there's a species we're after. Pretty sure. Oh geez. Another bass. What the heck? normally we'll be lucky to, sometimes catch a bass. I expect there to be a state record in here somewhere and that bluegill to get demolished. He's a pretty big frame for such a tiny little mouth. He came right out of the crib there. Yeah, just put on a little bit bigger of a tungsten. It's the clam snowdrop. I absolutely love these things. They have like a weird texture, I guess, kind of like snow, I guess, or ice, and they throw off a lot of light. So I like using these during the day. I haven't really had much success with them at night or anything, but drop that down and instantly had fish after it. So maybe upsizing is a little bit better of an idea today. There aren't very many big fish though, unfortunately. I don't know if I want to really go searching for them either, so we'll kind of see. We'll wait it out and see if there's not some bigger ones that come through. So for whatever reason, for the next few fish, my GoPro's audio just cut off. I didn't do anything different and didn't have a battery change or anything, so I'm not exactly sure why. I did go through GoPro's site to kind of try and figure it out, but it just stopped working and then started working again for no apparent reason at all. So if you guys have any idea what that might have been, by all means, go ahead and drop that in the comments section below, so I can learn and hopefully not ever have that happen again. Set the rod down real quick and one bit, so now we're hand lining. Little gill. There's so many of these. This spot's very different than what I've seen in the past. Like, historically, there haven't been very small fish here at all. So, this might not be our spot that we can always rely on for big fish anymore. Next time we come out, we might have to do a little bit of searching. So, we'll have to see. We do have a flag, though. I suspect it's from wind or I don't think it's a fish. Bluegill could have pulled it too. I don't have to worry too much about it readjusting. I don't think there's pike in here. Ooh, you're frozen in. No, that was just the bluegill. We still got him on there though. Pulled out a little bit of line. Still on there? Oh yeah, he's still on there. And there's no marks on him. Alright. Got something. It feels tiny. Holy cow. The bass just continue. Looking back on my GoPro, apparently we didn't have any audio for a little bit, which is unfortunate. I've never caught this many bass here. That's a tiny little guy. That might be the smallest bass I've ever caught ice fishing. It's got to be pretty close. And he bit on the big, well, not the big Z-Viber, but I think that's the mini. That's not the micro one, but that's pretty big for him to be eating. Oh, there you go. Pretty wild. If it wasn't so incredibly windy out there, I'd consider moving and searching around. We might have to do a little bit of searching on this lake. We'll definitely be out here one more time before the end of the year to see if this crib doesn't hold true to its name and like absolutely hold some monster bluegill, but it doesn't seem to be the case today, at least. One caught me by surprise. I didn't get the hook set on, but I assume it's probably another of our bass friends. And no! Where'd you come from? Ugh! There are big bluegill here. He came legitimately screaming out of nowhere. I thought for sure it was a bass, because that's just all we've caught. On the big Viber, Z-Viber. Again, I think it's the mini, not the micro, but big for what we use. I did bring the bump board. I'd say he's probably a 9. Maybe 8 3/4. He's not one of the monster ones, but I don't know where this one came from. Oh, don't flop. Alright. There we are. Oh, he is over 9. We're looking at a solid 9 1/4, just a little bit over. Not a half. I don't know where he came from. He came screaming in just like the small, the bigger, but still small bass of earlier. Well, there we go. That is what we came here for. I wasn't expecting it to be in the middle of the day, and I had kind of lost faith a little bit, but see if we can't get a decent release on him. There we go. Wish I would have got the whole thing on video, but that's crazy. There are still good ones here. Again, they're just biting. I mean, we only had one, but this place is acting much more different than it normally is. Again, historically, it's always been a very, very early bite, which we didn't get out here quite as early as we would have liked to, but that's because the roads were awful. Took us a little bit longer to get out here, so maybe there were a bunch of big ones here right before we got here. It's possible. But yeah, typically you don't catch them in the middle of the day. And I've definitely never caught as many bass as we have today, so don't know if it's all the snow, but just odd. But that's what's exciting about fishing, it's definitely never the same. Alright, we got one more. Oh, this is insanity. How many small bass are out here? This would be interesting to come out during summer to see how many of these bass are actually in here that are decent sized. We haven't seen anything real big, anything over 1.5 foot or anything like that. So, who knows? But that'll probably be the last one of today. We haven't really seen anything of any real size roll in for a while, so we'll go ahead and let that guy go. He's a little concussed. There he goes. And we will probably... That'll be it for today. We didn't have any other flags. I think the flag is actually blown over with snow now, so we'll have to go clean that up. But yeah, we'll definitely come out to this spot one more time, hopefully this year, when it gets a little bit warmer, and see if there aren't more fish that kind of roll through here. Yeah, I can't imagine that all those big bluegill have been caught out of here, and I'm sure they're probably just maybe a little bit deeper, but don't really want to venture out and try and explore too much when we have winds like this going on. But as always, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till the next one.